Hello, you are welcome to this edition of our robust program Retirement Clues. I remain the promoter of this program, Mr. Chusudo Okonta, and at the same time the publisher of Nigeria #1 Insurance and Pension News Online, ISPEN Online, and the promoter of InsurFi Initiative, the concept that is behind the donation of free insurance covers to the uninsured across the world. We want to especially welcome you to this edition of our program. Today, we want to quickly look at a topic that says 10 things you can do in retirement. 10 things you can do in retirement. Things that you can actually do to keep yourself, busy, and earn money from them too. In retirement. Retirement is not just a time for absolute rest. You can still be useful even in retirement. Those are the things we want to consider. But before we go into the discussions, let's just serve you with an update. The update we have is coming from retirees under earning their pension benefit through annuity. They are called annuitants. The annuitants are actually they are begging and calling on the National Insurance Commission (NICOM) to help secure their future because of experiences that they are having, presently, especially from one company, one life underwriter, that they have been having issues, in the payment of their monthly benefit, and they are calling on NICOM to help them, salvage the situation. Though NICOM on its own is actually working hard to see that that issue is properly addressed. I know I've been on top of that issue and been communicating with NICOM. They're actually working hard, to ensure that that issue is addressed. And we just pray that, the issue will be properly addressed. That is just the update we want to serve you. Let's just go into our discussions. Today, we are like preferring solutions, to people, because I had a discussion with one top executive while we were planning, inviting people to a program that is coming up this month. And maybe let me even use this opportunity to remind you all, to let you know, you that is just, joining us for the very first time. On the 25th of this month, April, we'll be having a summit, retirement-based summit, that is called ISPEN Online 2024 ISPEN Online Retirement Summit, with the theme promoting retirement without tears through insurance and pension. That day is the day that the program will be holding is 25th of April, Thursday 25th of April, 2024. And the event is holding at Radisson Hotel, Isaac John, Ikeja, Lagos. The time is 9 a.m. We are inviting you. Many people have been calling in that they want to participate. We are even praying that God should really help us to be able to accommodate the number of people that have already shown interest, to attend the program. And we are still using this opportunity to extend the invitation to you. Please come. Because like as I always say, and all the people that have put that into, that is they actually confirm that over 90% of workers walked into retirement unprepared. And these are the issues that we want to use this annual summit, to address, so that when people are retiring, they are retiring, comfortably, retiring with joy. They know that their life, their future is secured. Retirement is not a death sentence. And with this summit that we are going to, by the grace of God, be doing annually, we believe it's going to open up space, dialogue, discussions on how people can actually retire very well. Quickly, let's just go into our discussions for today. We see 10 things you can do in retirement. The first thing that we feel that you can do in retirement is to turn your talent, that thing that gives you joy, you can turn it into a business. You can turn it into, into something that can keep you busy. It's something that gives you joy, your hobby, something you feel, you do easily. It flows naturally. You can turn it into a small business that you can be doing. You are the type of person that you know how to carry people along, you know how to attend to people, whatever that gives you joy. You know how to talk to people, convince people, you know how to crack joke, you know how to preach the word of God. All those your talents, you can convert them into something that will be useful for you in retirement. Before you know, you begin to earn money from them. That is just the first thing we feel you should do. That thing that you can easily do with joy. When you are doing it, you are not struggling. You can make a business out of it. That is just the first thing that we feel you can do in retirement. The second thing is that you can engage in consulting. And that is why we always tell people, while you are working, make sure that you train yourself, upskill your knowledge. Because when you retire, those things that you have done with your employer, you too can still do it, while in retirement. You can go into consulting because people are actually seeking knowledge. Many people are looking for knowledge. They are looking for who will guide them what to do. And as a consultant, you can actually, guide people based on the experience that you've acquired while you were working. You can become a consultant and begin to help people. Before you know, companies, individuals begin to, seek your services, and you begin to make money from it. Even while you can work from home. Another thing, the third thing we feel you can do research. There are many companies that are looking for people to actually help them carry out research. You can do research, and even with the way technology has made it now, you can do research and sell even your result. You can sell them. You can write to organizations. Okay, I want to help you carry out research. Maybe the company is having problem, people are not buying their product, and the unfortunate thing is that many companies, like in Nigeria, it's only few companies that have research and development department. You can actually fill that gap by doing research, and you sell your outcomes, your results, and you make money from it even while you are working at home as a retiree. We say you can actually engage in research development. Another thing is that you can become a blogger. That is, technology has made it. And that is why you, as you are working, don't just say, I know my time, I don't know how to work with phone or computer. No, you have to develop yourself. You can become a blogger. That thing that you are doing, you begin to blog. Like, to the glory of God, what I do today, Spend Online, came from blogging. I blog insurance and pension and other businesses today. But if I tell you how I started, you will marvel at how God works. I started blogging a prayer. I was having a prayer group that was praying for Nigeria intercessors for good governance. And I was blogging, how to pray for Nigeria, distribute trust. That was what I was doing when I was working. The day I left my employment, as I was going home, I had a voice that just told me, say, choose that thing that you have been blogging, that prayer point that you have been blogging, that prayer group that you have been blogging prayer points, sending prayer points to people, encouraging people to pray for Nigeria. You can turn it around and begin to do something on that, and insurance and pension. And the name is eSpend Online, Insurance and Pension Online. That was how eSpend Online came about. It's something that I have passion for. I was just blogging, telling people pray for Nigeria, sharing prayer points and every other thing. But God turned it around, and today that is Spend Online that you see. You where you are, the thing that you are doing, at retirement, you can begin to blog on those things. You are into financial services, you can blog on financial services. You are into security, you can blog on security, tips on security, what people to know about security. You are into food production, blog on. There are a lot of things. You can become a blogger, as a retiree. Before you know, Google AdSense begin to pay you money, and you begin to enjoy your life. You are not struggling with it. Another thing is that you can become a farmer. You can do farming, while in retirement. And like in Nigeria, the people in the public service, civil servants, are encouraged to farm. You can become a farmer. And that is why we say before you even retire, make sure that all these things that we are doing, you should begin to train yourself along and possibly establish them, be doing them small, small, so that when you retire, you can now go into them fully. Because sometimes it may not be possible for you to start it while you are already retired, because they contact the people that you need to work with you. Those are the people that you are relating with while you are working. You begin to introduce that your business to them, because once you retire, you may not have opportunity to meet them again. Introduce those small businesses that you are doing, and before you know, you just blow and become another person in retirement. You can, apart from farming and maybe doing gardening, you can do gardening, flower gardening, flourish. You just plant flowers, people come and buy from you within your neighborhood there. You don't need to go too far, to do it. Another thing, you can do renters. There are people in Nigeria, we are very good when it comes to celebration. You can become a renter. Things that people use for parties, chairs, canopies, drums, things that they use in cooking. You can actually have them and begin to rent them out and begin to make money. You will not stress yourself. You can employ one person to just be helping you convey those things, one or two person, and will be helping you to do all those things while you relax as a retiree. Another good thing again is, as a retiree, you can become a dressmaker. Both men and women, Nigerians, we want to look good. You can become a dressmaker while you are working. You set up like a fashion house, have people to be running it, and you must train yourself along the line. And before you know, people want to have wedding, they want to do burial, they are coming, say, and tailors, we have dressmakers are very few in Nigeria. And with the knowledge that you have, and you are coordinating and running as a business, before you know, you start making money, even effortlessly. In retirement, you can become a dressmaker. Another one is that you can venture into food processing. That is what is actually lacking. In Nigeria, we just take food the way they are, but you can refine that process. The pure water we are drinking today, it was somebody that refined it, and that is why we have the pure water today. You too can refine many things. There are many things that are food that need to be processed, the added services to them. Before you know, you begin to make money from them. Like yam flakes, like today now, my wife was giving me this thing, cocoa yam flakes, and it tastes very, very good. I was enjoying it, and these things are in the hands of rural people. You too can actually develop it, package it very well, put your label, put expiring date, get NAFDAC approval, and before you know, you begin to make money from it. Well, today we chop, all of us, we enjoy chips. Most of the cheese are imported. You can still do. You have Irish potato, you have normal potato. You can do it. That is food processing or food product. You can venture into it. Then you can start a podcast. That is another good one, like what I'm doing now. I feel very bad when I see people that have done well while they are working, and they just retired, they went into oblivion. Your technology has given you opportunity for you to do whatever you want to do. Unlike before, that you say, I have passion, I want to go into broadcast, I don't have money to buy airtime on television. No, now you can even broadcast on your own, like what I'm doing now. You are an expert. You can start a podcast on that thing that before you know, people begin to listen to you. Since you are an expert in that field, people they want to hear you. You are a teacher. You can begin to do a podcast. You are an English teacher, begin to teach people on English, talk on English, errors that people make, how people can pass their WAEC, pass English in WAEC. You are a math teacher, people can pass maths. All those things, there are things that you can do, and people that need such things, they will always queue behind you, and listen to you. Another one is that you can The last one that I want to say now, the 10th one, is that you can become a freelance writer. You have idea. If you cannot do podcast, you can write. Write to one newspaper, say, oh, I want to become a columnist, I want to be contributing to what you are doing. And before you know, they begin to give you stipend. You'll be busy. And one good thing I've seen about life is that writers, they are very creative. Writing opens your mind. If you don't write, you don't talk, you don't do anything, your mind will be narrowed. Immediately you begin to write, it opens your mind. It frees you, becomes lively. You can become a freelance writer. And you see, when you do all this thing, your retirement will not be bugged, and you will not die early. You see, you'll be bubbling. That is these are just the few things, 10 things we feel you can do in retirement. We'll continue on this route. We'll continue to make things available to you by the grace of God. In case you want to get across to us, our numbers are open: 08054 9557 and 07033253527. Our email address is ispenonline@gmail.com. God bless you as you share this podcast. Share it. You may help somebody that is even thinking, what will I do when I retire? God bless you as we come again your way in the future. Remember,